So this is what I really want to focus on the class today. Is like, you know, what is healing? What part of us is authentic? And what part of ourselves is maybe not so authentic and actually causes us a lot of pain and a lot of discomfort? Okay, so I really want to investigate that very deeply. Okay, and because for me, you know, my whole goal as a Chini-san practitioner and as a teacher is that I'm not in the business of fixing people. You know, when someone comes to me to have Chini-san, I don't say, oh, you know, I'm going to fix your problems and your symptoms. That's not what I do. One of the first things I say to people is all Chini-san does is it opens you to you. It just connects you more with yourself. It connects you with your authentic self. That authentic self has all the wisdom, all the power that you can possibly imagine. I mean, unbelievable potential we all have within us. So I feel this amazing energy in me, where before I felt just tension. I feel well-being. It's as if my center of energy has been shifted from my head to my belly button. So this is a very beautiful description of what happens in Chini-san. I mean, it's really, once we get out of the head, everything opens up. I cannot begin to tell you how rich life becomes, you know. So I still tend to get back into my head out of sheer habit. So I underline that, you know, because it's what he's saying there is actually true. It's almost like a habit. We haven't really been trained in how to be authentic, you know. So, but I seem to be able to shift back to my belly button center whenever I want. Even though I'm still a bit highly strung, I now also experience a sense of calmness, peace, and beauty. So these sort of descriptions are descriptions of the authentic self. The West have discovered something very interesting. There's this beautiful book written by an MD in New York called The Second Brain, about the gut, you know. And the gut, it really, what the Taoists call the Dantian, they call this area like the Dantian, it can have its own ability to think. In fact, it's got 100 billion neurons throughout the entire digestive. They actually have brain cells down there in your gut. Yeah? So this is how learning goes deep inside our body. It becomes more intuitive and more deep inside. So for example, when you first learn to drive a car, especially here in Malaysia, you know, when you have the shift, you know, and everything. And in the beginning, you're having to use your mind, you know what I mean? And you're having to look out the mirror, you're having to move the stick, do the clutch, do everything. And part of you's going, oh my God, I'm never going to be able to do all this, you know. And then later on, something goes deeper inside you. You go deeper into yourself and you learn from a much deeper level.